Oh, hello there, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and back today for another episode of Warhammer, The Great Conspiracy. Not the greatest conspiracy, but certainly one of the greats. So that's really what we're just trying to hit today. It's definitely up there, my top 3 greatest conspiracies, I would say. So let's go around, meet the cast and crew, remind ourselves of who we are and who we're playing. We have Jim fucking Davis in the DM seat tonight. Jim, how's it going tonight?
Doing pretty good. I am glad to be back behind the virtual screen here, although my lighting might be a little off. Anyway, I'm doing great and looking to see how we pick up the pieces after the Wild Magic Surge bonanza that was the last time we played, and to see how we can get this thing, I don't know, moving in some kind of direction. Looking forward to it.
Real sidebar. Have you seen those adverts where like people are having a stroke and like their head starts to like do that thing? That's kind of what's happening with Jim's corona right now. He looks like that.
I start vanishing.
All right, I'll fix that. There we go. But we have Charlie. Charlie, how's it going?
I didn't know this was like Cthulhu horror time. I wasn't prepared for Jim's face Spanish son. I'm doing good. I'm so excited to be here every Wednesday. Warhammer Wednesday! Yes! I'm playing Molly, the board, who decided it was a great idea to fight Ratman after coming out of the sewers. She was done with the shit that was going on. She was done with the shit she was covered in. She was done with the wood having a personality and making her scared of it. Molly last session was done, and she finally got the spitting fire thing to work, which was very exciting. I'm very excited to see how everything happens this time. And keep those wild magic surges coming. Bring them. Bring me the pain.
Great stuff.
She says that now.
That sounds like a promise. We have Cherry back with us tonight. Cherry, how's it going?
I'm not dying anymore from the plague, so I'm excited to be back and functional with y'all. And amazingly, Mel is doing okay, just trying to keep up with everybody's injuries. All of y'all.
Amazing stuff. Great. And of course, we have Pruitt back with us this week. Pruitt, how's it going tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm maintaining my energy level as best as I can while still combating the con crud. So I can't wait. This is going to be awesome, and hopefully I finally get to whip out my mount, so to speak.
Great. Whip out the old proverbial mount.
Just going to lob that out across the yard, just a softball.
We have Gareth last mostly for the night. Gareth, how's it going?
I'm good. I don't have any fancy diseases from fancy role-playing conventions that I went to. I got a paper cut today, that's about it.
God damn it.
It's tough.
Oh. Cool. Well, let's just let that dull note sink in for another moment there, and just let that...
Did on a manila envelope.
Just let that, yeah.
Letter.
Wow. That's cool. Well, as myself, I will be playing Jerry, the human racketeer, and Jerry does drugs, and he's in a bad spot right now. I think pretty much almost every episode that he's been in, he's had a pretty rough time with injury-wise and drug-wise and Skaven-wise and shooting himself, etc. So that's where he's at right now. So it'll be interesting to see whether or not he can recover. But before we get into today's game, I'll remind you guys of a couple of things. The first of which is that we are sponsored today by fantasygrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice. Go ahead, check those guys out. It's a great way to play your Warhammer games at home with the demo version. The licenses start there as well. And we're using the community pack for the Warhammer game, which is free, so definitely check those guys out over there. Wellinggames.co.uk is a go-to place to get all of your tabletop board games, war games, and more, up to 20% off the retail value. And then last but not least, Tabletop Loot are giving away a set of dice at the end of each game here this season on Encounter Roleplay, so stick around to the end to be in for a chance to win. What else? You guys have a tweet at 20 retweets. We have a viewer decision where you guys get to decide something which happens next in our game. And of course, you can donate to a further game as well by giving players that want. Nat-20s, wild magic surges, and more, including Exlibris here with a 6 pound donation and 2 sales fell through since you went and had fun last week. Jim gets nothing. Thanks so much, Jim. I appreciate that. What else? Well, I think that's pretty much it. Let's remind ourselves of what happened last week on the show. Take us into tonight's episode. Jim fucking Davis, I should say, of the Great Conspiracy. Take it away.
Yes. So the last time we met and played, the party had sought the aid of sewer jacks and other members of the Commission on Wellness, Health, and Education to descend into the sewers, where they had discovered a what shall I call it? A secret entrance to a Skaven safe house, and pursued by its guards, who had thought to have trapped them in a room with poison gas. The party escaped that trap up through the cellars of the safe house, blocking off trap doors and shooting Skaven in the face as they are attempting to drag their unconscious friends up through the safe house and to safety, where they had a moment's respite. They were able to awaken their unconscious companions and take some stock of their surroundings before the dwarf Van began hallucinating about a gigantic rat that lived in the house above them and sought to kill it, where it in its den and save the populace.
That wasn't really a giant rat. I feel like
it was not really a giant rat. The poison that everyone was subjected to was a mild hallucinogen, of which Mel would certainly be aware of. So, after an encounter with some very real Skaven who sliced up Molly pretty bad and dealt the rest of the party some nasty wounds, they managed to slay one, knock out another. And in the meantime, during all of this, York has been brought out of his astral journey to the etheric realms of chaos, and the escape from that place was not without its effects, as he arrived with his hands gnawed upon and chewed up, and a variety of chaos surges accompanying his return into the mortal realm. But he was able to send Septimus and some members of the Wizards Guild after the party in an attempt at rescue. But he had to sit it out, could not go down into the sewers himself, and instead sought out the party via another path. And it was following the pistol shots of Van and the shouts of combat who have arrived at the particular burner corpse.
Oh, you just gone really watery, Legend.
Oh, I'm still watery.
There you go, you're good now.
All right.
Probably a positional thing.
Okay, I'll sit back a bit. It was there that York found that they were at the former home of High Capitular Werner Holtz, the head priest of Sigmar in Middenheim. And freeing them from the locked Skaven safe house that was the former high priest's home, York sort of rescued the party, and they made their way back towards the Wolf Head with a live Skaven as prisoner and a dead Skaven as some sort of grim trophy. It was there that the party began to drink heavily, find corners of the Wolf Head Tavern, the back half of which had collapsed in when you were returned from the astral realm, and pass out. I'd like to start us off, unless we have a wild magic surge to take care of.
I think we're good.
Okay. For some reason, I guess maybe now it's the PTSD of it.
It's just been Stockholmed into it.
I'd like for everyone to go ahead and make me a difficult willpower roll. So that's at -10.
May I ask what this is in relation to?
How long you sleep and when you can wake up.
Oh man, I'm going to spend a nat 20 on it because I've just spent so much of this game asleep. It's purely a me thing.
Sounds like my life.
Kindly roll a D100 for me. My Fantasy Grounds is currently not loading.
Oh no.
But I'm sure it's a me problem.
I'll roll it.
Shot a 73.
You got it.
I'm guessing I'm the only one that wakes right up.
Yeah, Mel and Jerry will wake up after an appropriate amount of rest. Everyone
Four
else
degrees of failure.
Yeah, I failed by
Where it is.
4.
4.
I wake
About
up a lot. I'm a
1
light
degree from-
sleeper.
All right. So here's how we'll do this. You guys pass out that night, right? Or it's an hour. It was an early evening for most everybody. When Jerry and Mel wake up, the light outside is odd. It seems like it's maybe overcast outside. It's definitely daytime, but it's not very bright out. No one else is in the hall. As far as you know, it's just your other sleeping companions and you. No Gunter, no customers. You can't hear anything outside either. And if you would, go ahead and place on the map that I just shared there where your guys actually ended up sleeping.
A bunch of us were in my room. I think,
That's that sort of back room.
York, I think you were with us.
I think I was unconscious, so someone could be.
I think you were in my little hospital room. I remember Van,
Yeah, I think
his
you were in the
dad,
back room with, yeah.
Van,
Is that the
his
one with the
dad,
scary
you.
wooden bed?
Yeah.
Yes, the scary one. Bed.
I mean, it's less
Look.
scary than the one that you found in the asylum with the nuns that had like
I've-
full-on drains
I've-
on the floor.
That was pretty scary.
I've saved your ass on that scary fucking table, alright?
I'm
Does what
unconscious,
it
so I'm
needs
just
to.
laying there enjoying it.
I think Molly would just fall asleep like actually on the bar. She would just like stretch out along the top. She knows it's clean. She's got like good sights here on the various doors.
Mhm.
So that would be her spot. And she got the wolf's head over her holy symbol. Defending her from the Sigmarites, who are definitely behind all of this. We got evidence of that. We were in that Sigmarites house. This is it. This is where I am, protected by the wolf's head in the wolf's head pub.
All right. So that's what Mel and Jerry are up first, and you see Molly sleeping on the bar. No one else is in here, and it seems very quiet outside, even though it's daytime.
Yeah, Mel. How's it going?
Well, I feel fine. I don't know about everybody else. There's a fella back there I don't recognize. Do you know who else we dragged in here with us? I don't think I was that drunk when I passed out.
I've got a lot of boys that have been back there. I don't know. Do I remember Jim who was back there?
I'm talking about York.
Yeah, it's yours.
I don't
We
mean
don't
York,
remember
do you?
York. We don't remember
yeah.
him.
Oh yeah, I don't remember him. No, I don't remember.
Fair enough. I mean,
Someone new
We
must be
grabbed
related to it.
I grabbed a bunch of shite as we were running out of that house, so I don't know.
We'll give it
People
an
are throwing-
interrogation later if you want.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the rat thing.
Well, I gotta get out and talk to us, don't we? But I don't think rats, really, even if they're human like rats, will speak our language. So might speak to like wizard folk about that, you know.
Somebody's idea was to bring them. I don't know. Half of y'all are broken. I need to go like get my bag and make sure. How are you doing, Jerry? Are you falling apart still?
Yeah, sweetheart, I'm pretty fucked up. I've got to admit it. Not gonna lie, but I'm doing all right. I've been worse, haven't I? One time I was bricked almost to death.
We remember patching you up from that.
It was just a
Maybe I'll
house.
see-
My fucking house fell on me.
Uh,
There was another time that 3 guys hit me with bricks. So, a lot of brick-based disasters in my life, so I've been all right.
Is that why you carry one now?
Yeah.
Is that
I figured I'd become one with the brick after, it had taken so much from me. Sort of my, my way of giving something back to society, I guess.
I suppose that makes sense. I'm gonna have a drink.
You want a drink, love? Yeah, let's
Aye.
get a drink. So I don't, Jerry sits down at a table, slides open a chair. So he pours open a bottle of whiskey. So I don't think you and I have ever really had a proper chat about, why the fuck you're here, because, no offence, but you're kind of like one of these fancy folk, aren't you? There's only about 4 elves, as far as I know, and you're one of them, so what are you doing here, the wolf said?
I don't know. I wanted to go to school here. I prefer this part of town, and I don't give a fuck
Really?
what my parents think about it.
Where are your parents at?
Fuck if I know. I don't know. Probably doing something with all this fucked up government shit. I haven't talked to them since I started school.
Yeah. Around the same. Dad's dead, Mum's still alive, but fucking useless, so not much point. Us lot here, you kind of make your own family. That's what Wolf said is about, really. People from all over. Good people, bad people, don't really matter. People don't judge you here.
I don't know. I guess I'm one of the very few of my kind that feels like I need to help from the bottom up.
That's very nice of you, isn't it?
I don't know about
Us
all
bottomers of society.
Yeah, I never cared much for what came with being up there, so I never see it again. That's fine by me.
Trade it all in for a common life. You was interesting, Mel. I never met no one like you who would trade everything in to come live here. It's pretty much a shithole. And we're not good people. I mean, people like me. You know that.
You're honest people, though. It's pretty easy to tell what everybody's about down here. Up there, everybody's so far up each other's ass, you can never tell who's doing what.
Fair enough. Something in that, I suppose. Where do you see this going, then? I mean, I can't help run this place with Gouda and that lot, so if you're looking to move out the chain, you made yourself pretty handy around here. What is it you want?
I don't mind operating out of the back of here, but it'd be nice to have my own place at some point. That way I don't always have to hide people coming in and out. Other than that, as long as they get my degree and the right certificates, fine by me.
I'm sure we could help with that. Yeah, getting the papers all sorted and stuff.
I think I got about half of it coming my way anyway, just from schoolwork. What do you think we're gonna do about all this? It's fucked.
All this, love?
It's all fucked.
Yeah. It's pretty fucked, isn't it? It's pretty fucked. Here's the thing, though, love. In these times, there's opportunity. That's what I'm seeing. See, people's going to be scared about all this rat shit, especially if it starts getting bigger scale. The whole city's going to get involved, and nightly orders and all that shit. Opportunities for folks like us to start selling and buying, that kind of thing. Won't be too worried about it. We'll be just fine. Just keep your head down. Try not to get too much involved. And look the other way when we start needing to kill people. Because people are going to die. And they're going to be good people. Guardsmen, like, honest folk. And I'm going to have to kill a lot of them, probably. Along with my friends here. Make sure that we all survive. It's nothing personal, you know that, don't you?
No.
Yeah, well.
Church being involved and everything, this is gonna get big and messy. Bigger than we've ever dealt with before, Jerry. I don't know.
Well, I'll let you in on a little secret, Mel.
Really?
I trust you. I don't exactly intend to be Gouda's man forever. Yeah, I got plans of my own. Onwards and upwards and all that. And Gouda, well, he's old. Been running the same racket for a long time, but times are changing. I'm going to need someone with new vision. I'm going to need folks to help me with that. Smart folk.
Aye. I hear
self-
what you're saying.
And, you know, you help me, I help you. Papers, your own business, whatever it is you want. I'll make sure to get that to you.
Cheers to that, and
All right. When it comes down to it, I'll let you know. That'll be the night we kill him. We'll have to kill him.
it's usually how these things work, isn't it?
Nice and simple, like you say. That's the way we like it.
Aye. I'll prepare.
Drink some more.
Yeah, about this time, Van begins to stir.
Morning.
Hello, son.
Oh. Is there any beer? Oh.
I'll get
Got
one
some
over.
whiskey, but I'm sure there's plenty.
And he just like grabs a mug on the bar and
Oh. This is why I'm having to take care of you all the time. You're always drinking whatever's in front of you, whether you know where it came from or not. Jesus Christ.
well, if you don't know where it came from, you don't have to worry about it hurting you, right? Wait.
I.
Nah. Listen,
Works for me.
first things first. I might need to go recover something from my workshop. These events recently, I don't like our odds. We need to be better armed.
I agree.
I very much so. Do you
Is there anything-
recognize that lad back there with you and your father? I remember the Ratman. Molly's
Some new kid.
still sleeping. Do you remember where we picked him up from?
Oh, was he that pervert that was coming on to No, that was last week. We would have beaten him up by now.
Could be the
I don't
same
know.
guy. Sometimes they come back for seconds.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
true.
do.
She's always got somebody following her around.
She always has a stalker. I wonder how that always...
I took a look at him. He looked like he might be a stalker.
Could be. Did you rifle through his pockets yet?
No, I'll go take a look.
Yeah, Jerry, that's all you. You have fun.
Yeah, he could be diseased. I'd rather not. We could just
Oh, yeah.
kill him. Make sure it's safe.
I don't want to have too many more bodies to deal with. Authorities start looking around. I killed a lot of people recently.
We've killed a lot of people in the last few
The
days.
sewers are
Jesus
starting to
fucking
smell a little backed up. We should probably let those pass through before we dump more.
Aye.
We'll see. If he is a stalker, we'll just throw him out. If he's a nonce or something, we'll kill him.
I agree.
I'll go
Well,
ask him.
Is there anything that y'all need while I'm at the school? Because I'm not sure how much I'll go back there with shit going like it is.
I mean, I'm just looking for more of this at the moment. That's all I care about. But
Take
Jerry, you
anything.
need anything?
Take anything you can for war, son. Weapons, armor, whatever you can grab. We're gonna need it.
I'll see what I can do. And with that, like Van's gonna, look out, make sure nobody's watching, and he's gonna go ahead and slip out and head towards the college.
Okay, so Van gets out. You peek your head out the front door because there's really the moon door has been it is not non-functional. The street is empty. You see empty beer gardens and beer tents up and down the street. Their tables bereft of tankards. Their stools unwarmed by the behinds of festive carnival goers. You don't really see anything. You can hear the sort of steps of a watch patrol on a nearby street, but can't see them. It is overcast outside.
Do I kind of have an idea of what time of day it is?
difficult to tell. You can't see the sun. It's one of those, like, the clouds are really low and heavy and gray, but there's still light out. You're not sure. You'd have to find one of the clocks there's several clocks around in the neighborhood that you could use to determine
well, he'll keep an eye out for one that's on the way to college. Just to check.
How are you making your way to the college? Are you just walking there? Are you going to take back alleys?
No, he's thoroughly paranoid enough after our last few altercations. So he's going to take some back alleys, but maybe, not the safest back alley route, but off the main path.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make me a stealth roll then. How about Mel and Jerry while Van is away?
What magic surge is that I disgorge a full-sized barrel. Thank you, Bishop Blue. Wow. So I guess I'm 6 still, maybe.
I'm just gonna throw up the entire barrel worth of beer and whiskey you consumed in the last 24 hours.
That sounds about right. I just need to purge. I just need to cleanse out.
Yeah.
And I get if you ever have drank too much and then you throw up and you just feel fucking awesome from the endorphins, that's what Jerry's feeling after just purging his body of poison.
It's just a full barrel full.
That was a whole barrel. Ooh. All right.
What in the fuck are you? What kind of drugs are you taking that does that? Jesus Christ, Jerry, are you... Maybe drink a glass of water. I know you don't typically
You don't want to know what
but...
drugs I would have. Those are filthy drugs. My God.
Christ.
They were dirty even for my standards.
Could you drink a glass of water? I know you don't like to hydrate, but... Just one.
Yeah, alright. I'll drink something. I'll go talk to that pedo in there.
Yeah, go figure out... I'm gonna grab my bag before you do that and check over Molly.
All right. I want to finish and get Van. See how Van makes it to the guild before.
Failed.
Okay, so yes. All right.
It's early morning, and I'm stepping on every piece of broken glass and kicking every piece of refuse into every building as I stumble my way to the college.
Right. You do one of those. You're waiting for a watch patrol to pass, and you're like, oh, there's only 6 in a watch patrol, and then you walk out and get the final 2 that sort of run, and they stop you. The 2 of them. Excuse me. It's past curfew. Where's your papers?
I apologize. I passed out at the bar. I'm just heading back to the college. But guys, hang on. My papers are here somewhere. And I'm a college student. I have papers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Papers.
And I'm just kind of playing up the drunk dwarf a little bit. Even though I am kind of hungover, but a good thing I did. And I'll go ahead and give him a nice breath since I did quaff an entire mug of ale just now.
No need. Thank you. And he looks at it. This checks out. Then, Mr. Van. And then they sort of look at each other. Van Ferrison. Yeah. Well, you must be very careful. It's quite dangerous out at this moment. Please make your way onto your dormitory.
Anything I should be on lookout for in particular? I've got a key. I can let you know.
And there have been many buildings which have collapsed in the south wall, south gate, and let me see something real quick. I have Van make me a test. I need to see which one it is real quick. But anyway, yeah, there have been collapsed buildings. Don't just get back to your dormitory. He can make me an intuition if you like.
Okay. Intuition.
Wow.
He's not from around here. You're a long-time resident of the city. This guy is pretty clearly not from around here. You can't peg his accent, and he just butchered one of the neighborhood names.
Is it normal?
Normal. I mean, the city watch during Carnival expands its roster, but they draw from locals. There's usually no outside help.
Okay. In that case, Van will then be like, I basically want to do a similar thing to see if he picks up on it. They feel like, oh, be careful for the Eastfield, and or something like that, but kind of say the name wrong and see if he catches on. Just to confirm.
Oh, there was yes, there are trimmers over there as well. Just get back to your dormitory as fast as possible. Stay indoors.
Yes, you as well. Hope you and yours are safe in your home here. Just obviously creep away.
The two of them walk on. They keep an eye on till you pass out of view, and then they go on. And you make it back to your guild hall fairly quickly. Back to the Wolf's Head. You guys, we were having Mel was going to check out Molly, and Jerry was going to go check on the stranger sleeping in the back room. Let's deal with what Mel and what condition Mel finds Molly.
That's appropriate.
Just like mouth open, just like very mumbling about alcohol and ratsmen, probably.
So, Molly was pretty messed up last time. She took several nasty wounds from the Skaven, and at the same time was also covered in sewer filth and grime and mud. So I need Molly to make me an easy endurance test. This is to see if if you have a festering wound or not. That is. So if you have plus 40 to your endurance, what does that make it?
Endurance. I have 31 endurance. That's 71 endurance, which means I fail. I have 5.
All right. So Molly has a festering wound, and you can smell, Mel, as you approach, you can smell that her bandages and wounds have gone south. It's got that cheesy, fungusy aroma of an infected wound. And you can tell immediately without needing to check that Molly's not in good shape.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure Molly had a really good body blow. I think that was what did the most of the damage, and she got stabbed pretty hard.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Goodness gracious. All right. Let me get my supplies. Jerry, you figured out who that weirdo is? I'm gonna have to patch her up. She's got something nasty going on up here.
Don't conjure cheese.
Yeah, that's what she fucking
Jesus,
smells
that does
like.
sound bad.
Yeah, she smells like bad cheese too. You're lucky you're back there, honestly.
I don't
I
want
think
to
we-
know. That's fucking gross, mate.
Ah, Jesus Christ. All
You know,
right.
I'll deal with this guy in here. You do whatever that is. Call a priest if it needs to be. Fucking hell.
I don't want to with how fucked up they are, but I might consider it. Jesus the Lord.
Well, if you need to cut anything off, I've got a big knife.
Cheese.
Well, I still got my saw. I might have to cut something off it. I'm gonna work on her.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, she needs both daily medical treatment for a while, as well as medicine that you're not sure you have here in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably know what she needs. I have a lot of medical knowledge, but
Yeah.
I
You
might have to
you know
go to the college.
Gotcha. So yeah, and then Molly, you can make me another willpower test to see if you wake up during all this as Mel is sort of checking you out.
No, not even a little bit. No.
Oh man! All right, Molly's still asleep.
I'm in the land of dreams and rat men. And there's a great big trap and there's cheese. And sometimes I'm the cheese and sometimes I'm a rat man.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
It's very, very confusing.
You're definitely the shape.
And there's this guy watching me and he's got no hands and he's trying to throw a stone and he's yelling at me because I don't understand what's going on. Why didn't I listen to him throw the stone? He's got no hands. It's very weird.
Yeah. It's all jumbled. So Jerry, you walk in on York. Now, I recall Jerry and York, you also having some pretty nasty wounds during the fight, or at least gotten hurt. Everybody who slept last evening gets their toughness bonus and wounds back. And then you were also able to make a +20 that is an average endurance test to heal your success levels plus the toughness bonus. That's just the natural healing that you would get for having rested so long.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Is he awake when I walk in?
No, he's still asleep when you walk in.
I slam the door loudly.
You can make a willpower test for York.
42. I think that might actually be. That's dead on. That is equal to. I've no idea what that means. I'm 42 willpower.
It's a pass. Yeah, pass is a pass. Yeah. So you wake up. York, someone slams the door on you, or actually Jerry slams the door as he enters in the room.
Jerry, is that you? I don't feel very well.
What the fuck do you know I am?
What do you mean, Jerry? You were here earlier last night. What day is it?
You're in no position to ask questions, mate. Listen, I don't know who put you up to this. The Westies? Northies?
Jerry.
Wait, you want a Goudas?
Jerry, fuck off. This isn't time for your games. Just... Can I have whatever you've got? Jerry, I can't feel my hands.
Wait, I don't know who you are. We never fucking met in our lives.
Like, York tries awkwardly to push himself up, like, on his stumps so he can see Jerry a little bit. Jerry, it's York. Is my face okay? And he can't feel whether his face has changed. Jerry, you know who York is. Don't, please, Jerry.
I give him a long look. I don't recognize him at all, right? There's like magic at work.
So you
Jerry,
can either attempt to make a challenging willpower roll to recall information, or you can spend a point of your resolve.
And a willpower test. Let's see what he's got. Oh my god, I remember something. You a lucky man. Something's coming back.
For just a brief moment, you can recall.
Jerry, where's Mel? She'll tell you. Are you on the drugs again? What have you taken?
No, I'm off the drugs. That might be the problem.
Where's Mel? Can you help me up, Jerry? I need to walk around. I don't feel so good. It's pretty bad, Jerry.
I'll call Mel. Suspicious that he knows who Mel is, but I'll call out. Mel, you got a minute? There's a guy in here I can't remember. His name's York. Or Pork. No, it's Pork.
Pork? Pork? What the? Alright. I mean,
Fork? I don't know.
she's gonna need alcohol on the outside instead of the inside for a little while. Alright. What the? York?
Mel,
What's your name, darling?
Mel, please don't tell me you're smarter than this, Mel. You don't need to go along with his jokes.
He knows who we all are. I kind of remember him. I can't think why. Maybe I took it to the head or something.
Willpower roll? Should I roll?
Yeah. Anytime sort of like force to
Damn.
force you to recall a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow. So you recall like a moment that you can recall or something.
Just look. Where the fuck is
Did you-
everyone?
Tell me my fortune or something once. I can't place where I know you from.
Like, York's gonna get fucking frustrated. Is there like a pile of like tools or something he can just fucking forearm off the bed?
I mean, yeah, this is Mel's clinic, right? It's got like all of the bandages and scalpels and things like that everywhere.
Yeah, I'll knock like a little bowl of them to the floor. Jesus fucking Christ. Can you not see? My fucking hands are gone. The last thing I need is you fucking barrel of pricks fucking with me.
I
Sorry,
don't
lad. No.
really remember you very well. So.
There's been a lot that's happened in the last few days, but I don't do drugs most of the time. I mean, sometimes. It's been a while. Maybe I should start doing drugs again, Jerry. Jesus
I've
Christ.
got some drugs for you, sweetheart. I bet you'd be great at them. You'd be really good on drugs.
Excuse me. This isn't happening. I'm pointing like that. There's not time for this. Do you genuinely not know who the fuck I am?
Well,
Your name-
vague memories, mate, but
My name is
nothing
Melanie.
much.
You work in the medical guild. You sneak out supplies for us sometimes. You patch up us when we fight with the Northeast and the Westies. Your name is Gary. You're so full of drugs you haven't got room for any more. When you put more in, some come out.
As
Definitely.
evidenced a few minutes ago.
In your left pocket, you've got the uppers. The right pocket, you've got the downers. The chest pocket, we don't talk about what these are. You've got two shivs in your sock because you think one's not enough.
Okay, that's creepy.
You're either a spy, or a magic, or somehow I don't remember who you are.
You
Are
know
we
that-
friends?
Okay, Gouda. Like, you can't fuck around with stuff to do with Gouda. I know you won't joke about that.
Well, you do know about my uppers, my downers, but you don't know about my chloroform. So, you're
That's my
close.
chloroform, but you're welcome.
Jerry,
Well, this mine is
it's
yours,
in a
love.
bottle labeled chloroform. But it's
I
spelled
get
wrong. X in
I get
there.
out the bottle, which is clearly labeled like misspelled chloroform. Which begins with K.
KLARA chloroform.
Chloroform.
LAWFOR.
Chloroform.
I let him write a bottle because otherwise he'll fuck shit up. If he knows what it is, that's all that matters. I already know what it is. It's fine.
Phonetic.
Have a snippet.
I'll let Jerry
I'll be back soon.
set anything on fire.
You know what, Jerry? You don't know who I am. I'm Gouda's man. I'm in charge now. You've been demoted. And then I walk through. He says it like in a semi-jesty way and just fucking barges by them.
All right. York
He's
is,
not one of Gouda's, he's too small.
You know what? Maybe we should let him have a drink and figure out why the fuck he knows us. I really don't.
Alright, I didn't have a drink. I'll try and get Moles back around. If Van comes back, we'll see if he recognises him as well.
Yeah.
So for
He's
the
Van
next,
come back, but Van's on his way back.
there's the most heartbreaking scene of a man without hands desperately trying to pour himself a drink
God.
while angry and not wanting to ask for help.
What happened to your?
I saved all of your fucking lives. That's what happened, and this is what I get for it. A bunch of fucking stupid games.
Are you magic, mate?
Jerry, you know I'm a witch.
You're a witch.
Now I do.
All right. I draw a knife. Use a witch, mate. You spelled us. Did you spell us?
Did you do something in like it? You seem very convinced. You're familiar. York,
Can I do off your feet if you spelled us, mate?
Like, I've let it go long enough, right? Maybe this might irritate York enough to think maybe this is 28. That is intuition.
Yeah, intuition.
That's 1 point of failure. No, that's like a standard failure.
Yeah, this is more like you're not certain either way. They could be messing with you. They've certainly taken jokes further before, but maybe there's that beginning of realization.
If I go along with this just for a second, and then you fucking jump out and take the fucking piss out of me, I will do things to you. I will learn spells purely to fuck you up.
You're fucking dead, mate. I killed a lot of people recently, and I got room in my sewers.
Jerry, we really don't have that much room in the sewers right
Well, I'll find another sewer. Sewers are big.
I need to know about rats. Not everyone knows about that. The rats. The rat people.
All right, you know the rat people. Tell me more.
All right.
Mel has a book. It's written. I can't remember who it's written by. It's got a picture of a Skaven on the front. It's got all kinds of folk collected tales. It's from my fucking boss at the Mages Guild.
I remember the Mages Guild.
Guilds.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's say that we got spelled somehow and we forgot you. Or maybe we got drugs, and drugs are making me forget.
Or I'm gonna have more of this. This will help.
Yeah, drink up. Alright. What's happened to your fucking hands, son?
Can I help you with your own? Here, have some of this.
Yeah.
She pours a little in his mouth.
He'll kind of neck as much as you'll give me, like a newborn, just consuming as much as I can. I think you burned them to stop them bleeding, and then everything went a little bit foggy, and it feels like a couple of hours ago, but fuck knows how long it's gone. Yeah, there was a thing. We went. I tried to cast a spell, but it went wrong, I think.
Well, there you go then. You spelled us, and maybe whatever happened is had side effects.
This wasn't me. It's fucking Van. I think it was him. I think it was his fault. You know who Van is, do you? You've forgotten him. He's a prick.
Right, he does know Van then.
Yeah. Van's not that much. Okay,
Yeah, he's a prick.
He stole some of your underwear, Mel.
What?
Has he? Has he still got him?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
York just can't help himself.
Don't worry. I'll ask him when he comes back.
Yeah.
And why don't you not ask him? Let's get back to this.
Now, it could be important. Could be important about
No,
whether or not
it's
he's real.
definitely not important why he has.
It's important to me.
Anyway, I bet it would be. God damn it, York. If I remember who the fuck you are, I'm probably gonna slap the shit out of you. I can tell already.
You've done that? Like, I'll point to one of the many bruises around. Well, I won't point. I'll stump toward one of the many bruises around my face. You did this one. This one was you. Check your battle size.
So Molly, wait, you guys are arguing in the main tap room, like basically over Molly, as she's laying on the bar. So at some point, Molly, you can wake up, and Van, I bet maybe they hear you before you arrive. You might have to make an entrance. But anyway, Molly at least is starting to wake up.
Molly wakes up with like this groan, and like the hand just goes out, and it's just groping for a cup. And then it'll feel the people, and it'll just keep going until it finds a cup.
Because
she feels like she needs a drink.
Jesus Christ. You smell like cheese and now you're groping all of us. Goodness gracious. I'm not drunk enough for any of this.
I'm not either now. Where's the booze? My head hurts. My body hurts.
Get some whiskey,
Yeah,
alright. I'll go
You smell like
whiskey.
shite too. You got an infection.
And that's Marley.
Did he pay extra? Do you know?
There's a picture of her in the gentleman's stall, third stall from the left. It's her riding a horse without a saddle, if you know what I mean.
And Molly opens an eye hearing this voice. She's like, "Who the fuck's that? Was it you? You do it? You make holes in me?"
Really? She looks like she's dying, and you got her in on this joke, Jerry. This is taking it too far.
Hey, I don't make fucking jokes.
This isn't a joke, sweetheart.
I'm not a very funny man.
He's not funny. No one let Jerry think he's funny.
Alright. Some shit's going on here. I hand Mull the whiskey. Which is just straight. And full to the top of the glass.
She needs as
Use
much alcohol.
Let's I believe you and some weird magic shit happened in the news. Someone that we know. Ben! As Van gets back in. Do you recognize this kid?
Yeah, y'all hear kind of coming down the street the sound of servos and gears, hydraulics, being accessed and released and all that. And then the door kind of kicks open, and there is a large mechanical clockwork bear. The size of a bear, and it kind of slumps in and steps down the steps of the wolf's head. And then the chest opens up and the head lifts up, and Van steps out of this mechanical monstrosity. All right, well, now we have proper armaments for the fight ahead. Who the fuck is that?
What is that?
Or is this
I think the undies ate Van.
Is this Molly Stalker? Did we confirm?
I can't tell if he's a stalker, a pedo, or something in between, which would be our friend.
Apparently he knows us, but we don't remember him mostly, and don't ask anything else, Van. Don't.
He lost his hands. I think there's some magic involved.
Well, perhaps I could assist you with your hands there. As you can see, I'm quite an accomplished engineer.
That's pretty good at the old hand job.
Eh?
Unable to fully process the scene, Molly's gonna slump off the bar, roll sideways and find her feet, and stumble to the door and go to that horse's trough that's outside and just stick her head straight in it. Because this morning is weird, yesterday was weird. It's just too much. And she feels like garbage.
Don't get your wound wet, darling. That'll just make it worse.
All right. So one is off.
I rolled a 98 to remember York.
Nothing.
You actually forget a little more, remembering nothing.
I honestly met someone without both hands, so that didn't take much off.
You picked today, Van, to bring this fucking thing here. What the
What's it do then?
Yeah.
Well, this is sort of a kind of a mechanical, like a battle suit. I really couldn't talk about it because, listen, it's the reason I've been in school for 9 years. You realize how expensive this would be to make in the real world? As a student, I have free access to all that the college has to offer. So I just told him I was making a mechanical bartender. So it's looks like a bear. I call it the barbarian. It was a joke.
Can it kill shit?
Well, it has pretty sharp claws. I have not yet battle tested, but I hope to do quite well.
Oh, just a thing coming up shortly. I think we'll get some live battle testing shortly.
Excuse me, I've lost my fucking hands, and the memory of me seems to be wiped off this fucking planet. And you're impressed by a fucking iron
look at
bear.
that thing.
I mean,
Fuck,
you're
I've
pretty
just
sure.
remembered.
I mean, look at it.
I was meant
It's
to be
pretty
getting my
impressive.
stab vest.
You need your fucking stomp vest, but let's figure out.
Yeah,
this
he said he was going
bear.
to drop it by, right?
Yeah, last night.
Why
gonna
don't
drop
you
it by
check
the
the
moon
the
rock.
back?
I'll chase him up.
You might have to walk around to the moon door and come back to the front, Molly, but it might be back
Molly's
there.
like- Wait, walking
Gonna-
towards the back. And she like gets there,
Alright.
she goes, what the fuck happened to my pub?
Right. So the whole back room there. I need Molly to make me an agility test
Whole thing,
as you open
Whole thing.
up the door.
Oh God.
For my agility, I make it.
Okay, so you don't fall as you walk into the room, and it's like from where you enter in the back, or from where the door is, all the way to the back to where the moon door was. The whole thing slumps down about 3 feet. It's sunk in, and you can see sort of the pavement. It's completely like the moon door's up here. It's just collapsed this room.
Completely like subsided, sinkhole.
Yeah, it's like the whole storeroom. All the kegs are busted open, so there's like a big pool of souring beer at the back. That's what Molly sees.
Molly's gonna close that door. That is a problem for later, Molly.
Do you go outside to get to the moon door then, or you just to give it up?
She'll just give up, yeah. She'll just retreat back from...
Okay.
If you go out, make sure there are patrols. They're asking for papers. There's a curfew and all that. And also, there seemed to be someone. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little drunk, but in the guard, they weren't from around here. It just seemed off.
He's all worried, mate.
To be worried.
What time is it? Curfew?
What-
I thought it was morning.
Yeah, what time was it when did I see a clock on the way?
Yeah, it's just after 4 p.m.
Wait, and there's a
Jesus.
curfew at 4 p.m.?
Ooh.
Alright, Molly will go out.
You're
the
not sure
front
what
and go
day
and
it
check
is,
that back
though.
door.
You're not sure what day it is, though. Go out the front door.
Yeah, I'll go around to the moon door. Hearing this, like, she wants to make sure, like, if there is any of our shit out there, she wants it in.
Okay. Are you just gonna like rush out there and back, or are you gonna try to sneak around?
Just opens the door and just walks out normally. Like, in the way, like, you become more conspicuous if you try and, like, stealth, especially when you've got, like, a seeping wound and...
It's very true. Yeah, very true.
I
right
can make
now,
a stealth
Molly's at
roll,
minus. You're at minus 20 to it if you
Okay.
attempt.
But I do have
Or
Alley
for your
Cat, which
fever.
helps me.
Lingering malaise.
75. What does Alley Cat give me? Where did I write it down? I didn't think it's gonna help anyway. So yeah, she's like the least stealthy person ever.
Right. So you try, but you're like stumbling around, and not that there's anybody out here to notice. You can hear someone on a side street shouting or yelling what may be a herald, a voice maybe you recognize, but you can't really hear what they're saying. But you get back around to the moon door, and you can see that this crack runs sort of diagonally down the street, jagged, mostly heading back towards the eastern neighborhood where y'all were the last time you were conscious. And it's damaged several buildings, not just the wolf's head. You see a package sticking out from the rubble, though.
All right, I'll pick that up and try and get back inside, figure out what the hell is going on, who this random guy is, and what we're gonna do, because we have a dead rat person from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
And alive.
And an alive one, yeah.
As an
And a
individual.
live one.
Has anyone checked
As
on
what?
your?
Has anyone
anyone
checked
checked?
our captives?
No.
Sure, let's let's say Jerry's doing that now.
Standing around drinking.
We're just kind of trying to figure out what the fuck's happening.
Hey, I'll
Yeah.
talk to him. See if that is still there, at least. I'll go take a look.
Okay.
Where is
Jerry
the
goes-
staff? Who had the staff?
Oh yes, that's
Jerry
a good
has
question.
the stuff.
Jerry has the staff.
Jerry has the stuff.
Would you have left that in sight anywhere, Jerry?
Probably,
Just
Probably by the
asking.
table where we were stirring up and drinking.
yeah.
All right. So as Molly's coming in and out, Jerry.
We've lost
Give me a
you,
name,
Jerry.
Moe.
Jimmy, when no.
Better?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
word was.
That word was not.
Yeah, that's all. You sound good for now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sure. What happened? I was just curious. While Molly was outside getting the package, and Jerry's going to question the prisoner, what everyone else was doing.
I'm pouring another drink. Mel doesn't know what's else between the bear and that handless person that knows about her underwear. Molly, who is not gonna let Mel take care of her, even though she's gonna fucking die. Gonna have another drink.
And then how about Van?
Van's gonna he went and he grabbed some extra shot from the college for us, and just some rations, stuff like that. And he's checking the beast itself and checking on his dad, see make sure his dad's doing okay, and then he'll join Jerry in the inspection of our. Shut up, man. In the inspection of Monk's getting insistent of the Rat Man.
All right. Let's see. Where is Ferris? We'll figure that out. And then York. What's York doing?
So,
Well,
everyone's left me alone in this room, right?
that's what it sounds like.
Mel's still
Mel's still-
drinking.
Can York casually try and pick up the staff and see if she says anything? Just pop it under his arm.
Are you trying to be stealthy or anything?
Just casual, more casual, not
More casual.
just.
He's pulling
just
the gun trick in a movie.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm kind of reaching around.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, it sounds kind of like a stealth roll. You don't want to be noticed.
Yeah,
Is what you're going for.
Kind of like a sleight of hand if it was D&D.
it's
Yeah,
about
maybe like
4
Or like
degrees of failure.
slide of bar. A slide of
Yeah.
bar.
What
4
in the
degrees of failure.
What in the
Wow.
fuck are you trying to do over there, lad? Jesus.
I
Are,
this
Are
is
you
this
sure
is
you
my
wanna-
staff. This is my staff.
are you sure you want to fuck with magic after you're missing your hands and none of us can remember who the fuck you are?
It's my staff. I need to take it back to the mage college.
You're gonna either need to strap it to you or get some help taking anything anywhere, darling.
Could you help me, Mel? Can you just tie it to my back? I'll be fine. Jerry
Maybe
won't
one of
mind.
us should go with you, though, darling. What if they don't remember you either?
No, they're gonna remember me. It's fine. They'll be able to clear this up. This'll just be one of those 10-minute things. You'll remember me in a little bit. You'll remember all the things that I've done. And York will kind of lead and we used to be close, you know. And he'll give her a wink.
You can hear Molly. over the your stuff outside.
Damn it.
You don't remember me.
A little bit quietly, I know about the nun outfit.
What in the?
Oh, York.
Don't worry.
Sure.
Women rarely remember me. Oh, God.
Is there
So-
like a Middenheim like Tinder board out there?
Wait.
Minder.
Yeah, I thought Molly was supposed to be the. Why are you winking at me like that? But you know, Van's got my underwear. I don't. And oh, jeez.
Fat.
Sure. Take the fucking stuff. I don't give a shit. I need another bottle of something. Fucking
All right,
hell.
so everybody held in the tap room. Okay.
Apparently, you have. He knows that you have my underwear, and we don't need to talk about anything more about why or what or. God damn it!
How many people have those?
Molly comes back
I
in.
don't know how he would know about that. I remember stealing
was
stuff
thinking-
from some little fortune teller, but
Molly comes back in. Who's got whose underwear now? Is that what he is about? He's about stealing underwear. And she's gonna look at the new person, stranger. I've heard about you on laundry day, nicking them off the line. They're
Molly,
expensive, you know.
Molly, cut this shit. You owe me some gold, actually. Have you given Jerry his gold yet?
This man's a liar. He don't know anything.
yes, we gave Jerry gold.
Molly, what have
Look,
you been up to?
You've obviously
Hey,
got a
he's-
lot to talk about. I'll just be off with my staff now, and I'm going to slowly start backing towards the door.
Okay.
Make sure you have the paper.
So all this going on. Ferris is
Wait.
behind the bar.
I have a question. Would I see him nicking our stuff? Because I know how much that thing's worth.
You see it. He's got it strapped to his back, like somebody's.
What the fuck's he doing with our stuff? That thing's worth thousands. Jerry!
So Jerry's in
What?
there and talking to the rat person, or at least checking up on him.
Yes, Molly's gonna just yell
everybody's
for
shouting.
Jerry.
Jerry's talking to rats now.
Yeah, so everybody's been shouting in the tap room. There's a giant mechanical bear, several drunk dwarves, and But Jerry, you open the door to where you've kept the prisoners, where the prisoner and corpse, and it's just like foul smelling in here. This body, whatever this Skaven is, has gone ripe, and you can barely hear the other one just sort of raggedly breathing.
I go to the other one, and I slap it awake.
It like opens a baleful sort of yellow eye at you, and draws its lips back to reveal sort of yellow, cracked teeth along its snout. Makes some sort of growl at you.
Hello. So, who the fuck are you?
It just breathes heavily at you while staring at you.
Do you speak my language, mate?
It leans in close for a minute and before trying to back away from you.
I punch it.
It's utterly helpless.
That's a good one.
Where do you attempt to hit it?
Just in the head. It's like punch,
Okay.
like try and give it a black eye, you know.
It sort of like reflexively sees your punch coming and tries to get out of the way, and you sort of like clip it with your fist, and it sort of squeaks a bit, backing away from you and trying to get some distance.
So you can feel pain then. Listen, mate. gonna give you one last chance to try and speak my language. And if you don't, I'll just start cutting shit off you like this one here. Don't think I won't. I've done it before. I've got a whole sewer filled with dead people at the moment. It's got a blockage. Too many of them.
Its eyes are darting around the room, particularly to its dead comrade over there. You can see it thinking.
Yeah. You're smart, aren't you? You're smart enough to know that you're not with the good guys no more. Us lot here, we're like you. We fucking kill people all the time. Yeah. We're not the fucking city guard, mate. We're not no knights. Now, you're smart enough to realise that you can deal with people like me. So just start talking, if you can talk.
Its breath slows a minute. Yes. Deal we make.
Yeah, there you are. That's what I thought. So,
Shouting gets louder from the tap room.
I poke my head out. You lot fuckers, come in here. It's talking.
Talking rat.
Van.
York, why don't you just... Can we
Yeah,
figure
Van,
that
don't let him
out?
go. He's got our stick, and we need that. That's
Just-
worth a lot of money.
We're not saying you can't take it down there, just let us go with you. Come.
Yeah,
There's
we'll
a talking
definitely-
rat. Don't you want to see that?
Fucking get in here now.
Molly
All
goes
right,
through
right.
to.
Apologies
Yeah.
to my patrons.
And Van just kind of goes over and like grabs the stick just attached to York and starts walking back to the back room. So if York comes along, then he comes along. And if not, then he still comes along.
How damaged are you, Van? You're still pretty strong, yeah? I'm really fucking weak, so you're dragging me. This is the most humiliating thing I can ever imagine.
It's fine. We'll take you over to the maid's house. Maybe we can sort you out later. But we need to check out this rat.
York breaks out the Strigani swears, which are the worst words he knows.
You sound like a freshman. All right.
Someone is shouting from outside, perhaps that herald that Molly heard earlier, as you, I guess everybody makes their way back into the other back room where you've kept the prisoners.
The Scooby Gang
And-
assembles.
Can
Yes,
I make
and
a
so-
perception to see if I can pick out what this herald's saying?
Oh yeah,
Or
sure.
is it too distant? Oh shit, I got 5. Yeah, I really succeeded there.
Okay. Yeah, as it's sort of rounding the corner, it's sort of like Van is dragging York behind Molly and Mel as they all file back into the back room. York, you can hear just a snippet of a piece of this as the herald walks by. By order of His Highness Graf Heinrich Todbringer, we say that it is a quarantine throughout the city to deal with the damage in the Southgate district. All citizens are to remain indoors. And then it sort of fades off as they repeat the same. By order of the so forth, trails off. And that's as York is dragged out of the tap room into the back room with the rest of the Scooby-Doo gang.
I look back to my rat friend. Seems like your lot have got everyone in a tizzy. Even the craftsman.
Seems so. Yes.
Right, sure, very good for you. So why don't you just tell me what's going on and we can get you out of here? Wild magic for Skaven Blue.
Wild magic for
Oh
Skaven.
no.
There we go.
Becomes more possible than you can possibly imagine.
You're bringing
What is
that going into contact with it. It hulks out.
I'm trying to remember, Jim. This specific Skaven was the last one to join in the fight, right? It came in from the back while we were fighting the ones on the stairs.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. This one
Yeah.
didn't stab me. Okay. Good to remember.
No. All right. 92.54 for my Skaven.
254. Okay.
92.
Sorry, what was that?
9254.
9254. Sorry. Nearest priest believes that cannibalism is a sacrament. Well, do I know someone that he would like to talk to?
I think the most religious amongst you is Van. Because Van is already sort of ancestor worship has been from part of Van.
And he's got his holy book.
He's got a holy book. We've established that Van has a holy book.
That said, though, Jerry is a cannibal.
Jerry is a certified cannibal.
And I'm very tasty. That was something that happened last session too.
So what am I again?
We're going to say that Van is the nearest priest who believes that cannibalism is a sacrament.
Well, in times of quarantine past, it is you have to do what you have to do. All I'm saying. He just winks at Jerry.
All right.
I thought Molly's was that she induces ravenous hunger in others.
She does. She makes me hungry to eat people. I think it's because Jerry just wants to eat people.
And I like to think that after
Make me so hungry.
shares a week with Jerry, they both just look at Molly. Shake your.
Now with cheesy sauce oozing from her side.
Yeah, Mel's gonna stand in front of Molly and look at both of them and... What the fuck's going on back here, Jerry?
Nothing. Listen, we're talking to Ratman. He can speak our language. So, Mr. Ratman, what is the old plan here then, son? You trying to kill everyone in the city or something?
Not killed. No.
Alright. What do you want him?
To see. Observe, watch.
You want to watch everyone in the city? Some kind of Perth?
Are York and Van in the room?
Yes. Have I been dragged in? Sorry, Van, your choice.
Yeah, we finally like get in, and I'll go ahead and drag York in the room with the staff.
Yeah, the Skaven's eyes fixate on the staff and they don't leave it. He starts making that noise again.
You like that, do you?
I have to be honest here, Jim. I just noticed on all my wild magic searches, I have an acute fear of wood. So I would probably just grab York's belt and not the staff itself, as I'm trying to keep York between.
What about if there was wood near my belt?
Listen, man, if you like being grabbed,
Wow.
I know you don't have hands of your own, but you can pay someone else.
Wow.
It's been 3 hours, man. Help me out here.
I think Molly will be on the clock.
So, you want to watch them all? Why do you want to watch everyone? What's in it for you guys?
As he stares at the big warp stone chunk on the end of the staff, it's a pot. And then he takes his eyes off of it and looks around at the rest of you before going quiet.
All right. How many of yours are there?
Many.
Yeah. 2, 3, 100, 1,000? How many?
Too many.
Too many for what?
He, just a taste. Please, yes.
What do you want to eat, mate?
Towards the warp stone.
He's not having my staff. This is my staff.
He wants to
my fucking staff.
I ignore you.
Yeah. You're arguing about whose staff it is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright. Yours lot. Say you're just hungry. And you don't want to kill everyone. I mean, I look between him and the warp stone. Seems like you've been trying to kill a lot of us already. It's from my personal experience.
And the eyes go from darting around the room and sort of looking at everyone to settle on Jerry. We don't wish to kill you. No. And he sort of like tries to get low and bow and sort of scrape at your feet to rub his nose along the floor near your boot.
I let him. Alright. So, seems like you like this here, my staff. You just here to nick magic shit? Are you guys thieves?
Not thieves. No. Just give me a bit, master, and I will do. Say whatever you wish.
I'd go think about it.
Thinking about it. Throughout this entire time, I mean, he's spoken in this very broken, difficult to understand at times, Reich spiel. But
I'm gonna lean
the
over
odor. Just a second. There's. When you came in here, the odor of the rotting Skaven was overwhelming. But something else is masking that at this point. A more pleasant scent. What's that, Molly?
I'll lean over to Jerry and I'll be like, I still got that box, the extra one. We didn't give it to the wizards, I got it. I have to give them the staff.
You sneaky bitch.
What you like about me, Jerry?
Alright, give him a little bit. I want to hear him.
Whoa. Listen, you may not fucking remember me, but you said that I know shit about magic. You're gonna make a fucking big mistake. Let's go to the mage college and let's fucking take this fucker there.
No. Not yet. Only all he has to say before the mages get to him. See,
we already
he
gave them one
understands.
of these.
You understand that this crystal is pure harnessed power. Jerry, this is stronger than fucking any drug you've ever taken.
I
a little
agree.
bit
I experienced some of this when I was a child. Like, I was 15 years old. I touched a bit of this dust and I blacked out for a week. A whole week, Jerry.
You can take
I don't
it.
remember a fucking thing. I still get weird flashbacks from that week. Understand, this is... Please, my name is York.
Give him a bit of fucking dust.
So Molly,
Alright.
you got the
Molly will go to the hiding place where she stashed it and go get the box. And she'll take a bit out of the box and then she'll stash the box again. Because everyone's in the room, so it's safe for her to stash the box because no one's out here looking. And then she'll bring some in. And as I come back in and I get the odors in the room again, can I smell that sweet smell? And do I know what it is?
You're not sure what it is. There's something that's masking the scent of rot and decay from this other body. And
It doesn't
just sort
smell like what I have, right? The little bottle from our dear friend? No. Okay, it smells different.
no, it smells. It's distinctly
Natural.
musk, not unpleasant musk. Yeah. So Molly brings back in a pinch of it.
Yeah. She'll have it in like a handkerchief or something because she doesn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
And she'll
When
give
she
that
goes
to Jerry.
to that, Van's gonna go ahead and load one of his pistols because he's just like.
Mel's gonna stand behind Van.
Van, you've never done a single thing in your life to help me. You've been a constant fucking thorn in my asshole. Just kill him.
Kill a living talking rat man. He can tell us so much.
Van, look at your fucking father. Do you think they tried to help him and give him fucking ale when he asked for it? They tried to kill him. This fucker probably tried to do it.
Yo, mate, you said your piece. Shut
I'm
the
gonna
fuck up.
at the. Can I make a willpower test since he invoked?
Yeah, is that like
Van?
some sort of persuasion roll or something?
Yeah, I mean, if Yeah, how do you? I mean, it's up to you, Brent. How you want to handle it? Do you want to?
Well, I mean, the one subject that's very sensitive for Van is his father, and so reminding him of what he went through by the hand of these beasts. I would say that maybe that would like kind of start chipping its way through the
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh wait, no, willpower.
Yeah, willpower.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I passed.
Willpower. Right? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. You can remember a moment with York, a specific moment, and that you know him in general or knew him.
I got you into that college. Right? There was a moment.
Yes, Van. Like his teeth are gritted. Yeah, you got me in, Van. You put in a good word for me.
That's right.
You piece of shit. Yeah, that's how it was.
I don't understand where all the vitriol is coming from, but maybe that's just your nature.
He's squirming and eyeing Molly as it's sort of stopped there. Molly, did you listen to York's plea? Are you stopped from putting down the?
I gave it to Jerry. Jerry told her to get it, so she went and got it. But she's probably like eyeing Jerry now, like I don't know.
Maybe we should listen to this lad. I mean, he does seem versed in the. I do remember something.
Here's what's going to happen, Ratman. You tell me what I want to know. I'll give you a whiff of this.
What is it the master wishes to know?
Alright. You say you're not here to kill everyone, you're just here to feel it all out. Well, you can be honest with me. Yours masters back home, in the sewers or wherever they are, what is it they want here?
This one knows nothing. But I can find out. If you want it, let me try. Please, master.
We don't know what it does, Jar. We just
How much do you know? How much do you know about us lot? Yeah, must have been given orders for us.
This one knows very little. A simple guard only. Please, master, just a taste.
What did they tell you? Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, being like trained liars and addicts ourselves, could we use some sort of intuition or insight to tell if he's lying?
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
We know like how far we'll go.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be challenging because it is. It's clearly not
we
used to.
We don't have a lot of ground.
Right. But yes, you can attempt it. Molly is.
Mel,
You know,
read the fucking book. Mel, read the book. See, it might mention in the book you have, top right pocket. You put it there.
Molly's feverish by now. You can start the effects of your fever starting to catch up with you, and the fatigue that you have. The others from the festering wound. Anybody else want to attempt it though?
You know what? I got an idea, Jared. Give it back. I got an idea.
Nope. The wild magic full of rat thing. I hand it back.
All right.
She's gonna take it. She's gonna take some of that warp stone out and take it. She wants to know what it does. And she's feverish.
Oh no.
And if we're scared of giving it to the rat man because we don't know what it does, she's gonna just take it.
Okay.
She's gonna put it on her tongue. She doesn't know like if it's meant to be done like cocaine or
Like absent-mindedly hand it to her. Absent-mindedly just like pass it over while I'm staring down this rat man thing. And she fucking snorts it.
That's like the tiniest like grain on her tongue. See what it does.
What was the wild magic for the rat man?
I got 80 for the rat man. I need Molly to make me a let's see here.
An explosion test.
Sorry, what check?
It's an endurance test. There's no paper, but you are at -20 to it from your veteran.
I am, and I'm also at -10 from the poison gas, unless that's worn off by now.
That's worn off.
Okay.
Yeah.
The poison gas have worn off.
So that'd be a 92, including the sickness factor.
Mhm.
So that is a minus endurance. Where is that? Oh, it's a skill.
Yeah, it's a skill.
Alright, I have 28, so that's like a -5 fail, I think, or a -4.
All right, so that is going to net
Oh, wait, no,
Molly.
it's 92, so yeah, 70. 7 levels of failure.
All right. It's going to net you 3 corruption points as you snort this, and even just the little grain of it, a little like just rice grain of refined warpstone powder, it burns. It just is the most unpleasant, terrifying sort of brief experience as you start to perceive the currents of magic that walk their way through the room, sort of like clingy purple fog that pools quite distinctly near York. But all the other colors of the chromatic magical rainbow, bright fires and vibrant greens that sort of like trickle down through the sky. You have this arcane hallucinogenic experience for just a moment as you see it and then sit back down. So that's I'll have to look up when you start getting mutations for corruption, but I don't. It's yes. Anyway, that happens to Molly.
What in the fuck? Mel will probably rush over to Molly, try to watch what's happening to her.
I think like Molly kind of has that like REM like eyeball flicker thing going on. She's trying to process all these colors, and then she's just gonna woozily just sit down on one of the barrels that is still kind of on edge in this room, and just sit there, and like the sweat is pouring off of her. Fever's really kicking in.
Yeah, the Skaven has not taken his eyes off you since you tried it, and it seems to be drooling onto Jerry's boot.
I think I'll hold out what's left in that handkerchief to Mel, so I just take it away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket it for now.
All right, so Mel has a small handkerchief of refined warpstone snuff. The rest of it is hidden away. There's still a big chunk of it there. You've got a sycophantic rat man at Jerry's feet, begging just a small taste.
Don't give it to him, Joe. They do it.
Alright,
It was a bad idea.
not yet.
No, I'm gonna
Please stop doing drugs, please.
please. Why, Molly? Why the fuck did you do that? You're already.
Fucking mental, love.
That's really more of Jerry's thing. You really shouldn't.
Yeah, but if he mixes it, we won't know what it does. We just know what it does with everything else in his bloodstreams. And then she's gonna just concentrate on bloodstreams for a while.
Fucking mental. Alright,
Rivers of
Ratman do. Here's what's gonna happen. You don't know much. And if we hand you over to the wizards, then they're gonna pick you apart piece by piece, mate. Piece by fucking piece. It's gonna be nasty. Real fucking nasty. Do shit to your eyes.
No, please.
Problem is, how do I know that if I let you run off to your masters that you'd ever come back again?
I would never betray someone so worthy and powerful as you, Master, please.
I'll tell you why I know that you ain't gonna run off and tell your masters, because I'm gonna give you a whiff of this stuff, and I bet you fucking love it. You see, the first one's free. That's how I work.
Yes.
After that, you're gonna have to bring me information, and that costs. Understood? So, this time, I'll give it to you, and I'll let you run off back into your sewers, see if you can't clear up mine while you're at it. And then, you find out everything you can, ask all the questions without getting caught, and you come back to me, come back to Papa, and when you do, I will give you more of this.
Mel hand him the handkerchief begrudgingly.
That is your real master.
Do we have a deal, son?
We have a deal. Yes.
I look at the others. I fucking love addicts. And I hand him the handkerchief.
He just the whole thing, and you can see his eyes go green for a minute, like lime sort of green, as the magic of this thing sort of courses through him, and he like doubles up and curls over, his pupils like the size of his eyes, and just a bit of drool hanging out of his furry little mouth, and is like that for about 5 minutes or so before he starts to stir.
I think Molly in her fever is watching him like really closely, and there's like a tiny bit of envy in her. Like she knows what's going on in his head, and she's like, "That was kind of good." And now he's doing it. I'm like, how good it obviously is, and I'm just like,
I give Molly a long look as I am so used to manipulating addicts. I give her a smile and I whisper to her and I say, "Don't worry, Molly, just more where that came from."
I know, Jeff. I know where it is.
Problem is, it's mine.
How about everybody else? You guys have witnessed this. What do you do? There's a high as fuck Skaven propped up against the opposite wall, enjoying himself. How about everybody else?
Well, Jerry, perhaps we should do something about, and he kind of nods at York. And, well, your little friend goes back to reconnoiter, as it were. We can take the dead one to the mages. See what they can do about this one.
Agreed. And I'll just like dump the Skavens, the high Skaven, like out by our sewer entrance when he turns up no longer high, and just give him instructions on where to come back.
Okay.
Would I be able to attempt to heal Molly's wounds at all?
Yes. So in terms of Molly's wounds, they need to be cleaned once a day. A successful healing test is all that requires.
Okay.
As long as they are, then once once the wound heals, the infection will be gone. If they go without being cleaned, it'll come back. So you basically just, if you pass a healing test to restore her wounds, then that represents sort of changing the bandages, cleaning the wounds, that kind of thing.
Okay. Remind me what I roll for that.
So that's that's D100 plus your heal skill, or sorry, not plus your heal skill, but compare it to your heal skill. I've played too many different games lately.
Yeah, it's a 7.
Okay, that's where you want to roll low. So yes, you get some clean bandages from the clinic. Sit down and go through all of Molly's wounds, clean them thoroughly, put fresh bandages on. She still has a mild fever, and that's just going to persist for a couple of days, and as well as the fatigue until the wound heals. So it's not as dire, but the symptoms will persist for a couple of days. Who else is really badly injured? Jerry's really badly injured. And then, of course, York, you have...
Yeah, I think technically I'm just wandering around on one wound to keep me alive. I think I was stabilized.
Yeah. You would have healed some naturally from just getting some rest. Whatever your success level is on an endurance test plus your toughness bonus.
Sorry, how many wounds did I heal?
Make an endurance test, not an in toughness roll. That is not a word or a term.
Toughness roll.
An in toughness roll. Right.
All of my wounds.
Van's just fine.
Yeah, Van's fine.
Van's-
Yeah. I'm a dwarf.
Van's a tank. He's a tank.
Yeah, I am now. I'm a bear tank.
You are, literally. You're a bear tank.
Yes. So
Shout
while
out to your
getting the Skaven back to the place, it's sort of the same thing. The streets are empty, deserted. You can hear heralds and watch patrols occasionally on side streets. But the Skaven, once released, is actually quite unobtrusive and slinks off into the overcast alleyways. So we'd estimate it's, I mean, maybe a couple of hours late since everybody's woken up and gone and done everything. It's getting to be darker. You probably have maybe 3 or 4 hours of light left in the day, but it's still very overcast. You're all back in the tap room, and what's your next move?
Oh, you want to go see the wizards about the other body?
Yeah, sure.
And we keep fucking quiet about the one that we just let out, alright? Is this, right here, what we just did? That's fucking treason, mate, alright? Feels good, isn't it? Kind of dirty. Yeah.
Well, but it also could yield a lot of good information.
Fuck yeah, it will. When he comes back and he's giving us everything we want, you get as much time with him as you want, Bam.
I'll only need a second.
That's what I hear. Alright then.
Should we take the dead one with us to the college and this handless one with the thing on his... I'm gonna grab a bottle and then I'll go wherever the fuck we're going.
I was gonna make this some fun with this. It's probably about that time.
That's the spirit now.
Hey, that'd be great, but...
Yeah, Molly's gonna find a follow after Mel, and she'll go and she'll make sandwiches for everyone.
Okay. All right. Molly's sort of helping everybody out. And we're all headed to the Mages Guild then.
Yeah.
All right. It's a short walk there, and not even enough to really necessitate running into any kind of patrols or anything like that. The Mages Guild appears as it usually does, but with less of like the lower level students mingling about outside or in the courtyard. And it's sort of a lot like when you first arrived there only a couple of days ago, as you come into the courtyard with a dead Skaven and an injured party member, and are in the courtyard of the Mages Guild.
This time it should be much easier, so I attempt to walk straight in. I'll kind of guide everyone. Look, we'll go this way. I need to get hold of Septimus. You might have to wait in the lobby while I go grab him. We should be able to get through here without too much bother. Just try and keep the body covered a little bit. Some of the younger apprentices.
How do you know him then? Our friend Septi. How do you know him?
I'm his charge. I'm in charge of looking after his day-to-day business.
Well, we have the Skaven wrapped up in a rug, so as long as nobody sees the tail poking out, we'll be fine.
You didn't take that rug, did you? I really tied the room together. Fucking hell, man. I will then kind of walk forward and I'll try and talk us through the door. Look, and I'll just say, "Don't worry, these are with me, even the dwarf."
Do we recognize anyone on the way in? Because we've obviously been here a couple of times now.
Yeah. So it's the same sort of setup. You open up you go to the door, and there's a one of the mages greets you, and at this point is like, "Well, visiting hours are over. It's rather late, and the curfew and everything. I'm sorry, we can't just let you in right now."
I live here. I'm a student here. You knew.
No, not journeyman.
I'm apprentice to deputy.
The deputy has no apprentice.
Like the grim realization comes over your face.
Man, show him the face. We ain't got time for it.
Molly, one of you reach into my right pocket, and there should be my license in there.
I don't think you can afford it. You're stealing our shit. You can't afford to pay me for that.
We haven't got to. I need to check something. Reach into my right pocket.
There you do, mate.
And Van goes over and reaches into his right pocket. I'm not finding anything.
Is the paper gone?
It's yeah, I thought that the
records are gone.
All written records.
All records of your existence.
All memory.
are also gone.
Yeah.
Memory access.
I'm sorry, boy. I'm not finding anything in here. You sure it was the right pocket?
Listen, York, you're an absolute melt. Let me handle this. I don't think even you know who you are. Step out of the way. Is it this woman that I terribly flirted with previously?
Yes, Ernesto. Mhm.
Yeah, I started over. Yeah, sweetheart. How's it going?
Oh, Jerry, yeah.
Hey.
I'm not supposed to right now. I could get in a lot of trouble, Jerry.
Oh, last thing I want is to get you in trouble, sweetheart. You're enough trouble as it is, isn't you?
Yeah, I mean it's scary out there.
Yeah, well, you know, trouble is as trouble does. You know what I mean?
You're not going to
Jerry
leave.
has no idea what he means.
You're not going to leave.
You know, I'm a little bit of trouble myself.
Seems like it. And she looks back at the wheelbarrow. Come inside. And she opens up the door for the lot of you.
Cheers, sweet cheeks.
She seems a little annoyed, but also kind of,
A wheelbarrow in a dead rat, man. Well, I'm just gonna I'm gonna try and sweet talk her and keep her distracted so that the rest of them can just wheelbarrow in the dead thing.
I think we showed her the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, they sort of do.
Is she distracted enough for me to kind of make my way through the corridors to get to Septimus's room? Can I? I'm just gonna bolt.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she's distracted by Marion.
Stone on my back.
Does anybody follow York?
Yeah, Van will follow him. I mean, he's kind of... He was trying to, hang on to him anyway, so yeah, he'll... Come on now.
As she's there, she's like, no of that. How about Molly and Mel? Jerry's distracting Ernesta. Are y'all staying in here as well?
Yeah. Molly's staying with Al.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stay with Jerry this time. Normally I follow Van, but I feel like there's something happening there I don't need to get involved in.
All right, then I need... in that case, I need York to make me an intelligence test to sort of navigate the halls. Everybody else, Ernesta, after you wheel the body in and she sort of comments on the smell of this. This is really kind of gross. Jerry, you have to stop fighting beastmen in the sewers. The city provides for that, Jerry.
I just see it as part of my civil duty, sweetheart. I'm just a very caring kind of guy.
I know that. All right. And she goes off down a different hallway to go find Septimus. That doesn't take York that long. You arrive in his outer quarters fairly quickly, and he looks up with surprise as York moves in. There are two apprentices in there. They seem to have been talking. Are you barging in? Do you knock? How do you do this, York?
I actually imagine it's habit. So I imagine he knocks as habit of how he used to, but then he realizes that, this isn't going to work, and he walks straight in. And before he talks, York will put his hand up to him, and it was, his stump up to him. I keep using my fingers a lot more today. Your name is Seth. My name is York. There was a magic event 24 hours ago. I came in here with my friend. We delivered a Skaven. There are multiple Skaven underneath the city. You came with me. I got transported to another dimension. Some kind of... There were horrors there. You took me. We got the guild masters, the main mage here. We got the medicine. She is ill at the moment. You made me deliver it to her. You gave me a book. Everything is gone. This may seem like bullshit, but I need your help.
He did the same thing to us.
Yeah. He looks at you for a moment. So I remember some of that. York, is it? Tell me, why are you here now, then?
Everyone has forgotten me. I had everything I ever wanted in my grasp. It was in my hand, and it's gone.
Make me a charm.
It's everything in my hands. The hands are now gone.
Everything's gone. This one's going to be
3.
Yeah. He turns to the two others that are there and dismisses them and then sit down. Van, it's good to see you again. We went. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Sit down, please, Mr. York.
I have a 4-pound lump of warpstone tied to my back.
Let's see.
I cannot sit down.
I'm not touching that staff. I'm sorry. I'm allergic to wood. So
He said something. And he starts to talk and piece together this whole thing. Ernesta comes in, and at some point there's a bit of confusion as she sees the two of you, Van and York, and is like trying to explain a thing that maybe is happening simultaneously, and ends up with just the rest of their group is here. I don't know. Who are you? As she looks to York. Is everything okay? And Septimus replies, everything's fine. It's something is happening. We must get to the bottom of this. Bring the others in. He gives York a chance to explain himself a bit slower while the rest of the party catches up.
I'll kind of explain how there was a magical mishap. I'll leave it like I'll probably spend too much detailing all the things, like, and it almost seems like I'm pleading, because this is what I want to get back. Fuck all of these guys I'm with. This is the thing that I want to try and get back. So I'd be like, your horse has a Strigani haircut. I did that. And then what was my mortal enemy called? I can't remember his name now.
Radu.
Yeah, Radu. I'll keep mentioning him, and my curse words will get worse when I'm describing him. And I helped you. You had faith in me. You don't normally take apprentices. You waived the first. I have no money.
And some of that rings true. I remember you coming in with this rat creature that the rest of your companions uncovered several days ago, but not. Why in the world would there be admittance into the guild? Yes.
I remember why.
Well, we found some. I believe you called it warpstone, and we turned it in, and you took that as payment.
Yes. It seemed it was a fair deal, and
I do recall a fragment of helping our supposed friend here into college. So that's the only reason I'm here, to sort of help him. Also to make sure he doesn't.
This stuff, what some thief brought in, because we know that you like the warpstone. You said to bring it to you if we found any, and we found a big bit. So.
I recall, Molly. Yes, and it's more of it there. That we'll have Ernesta take care of the matters as last time, and he begins to sort of eye the warpstone, and notices York's hands. I'm afraid you would be ill-suited for life here at the guild without the ability to, well, no hands. It's unfortunate, but we cannot reinstate whatever admittance you think you had, Mr. York.
You muted. You lost your hands, not your tongue.
York will move back like so. I imagine she was coming to collect the warpstone, and I moved back so she can't get to it. Excuse me.
It's there are a great many duties that require the use of your hands, York. Besides, we do not take anyone with any deformities, mutations, amputations, and like. You understand, we wish to remain above board and avoid the eyes of any witch hunters.
I don't fucking understand. You accepted me like 3 days ago. It was my dream. You saw something in me. That wasn't in my fucking hands. You fucking did this. You're the one that brought me back. You didn't bring my fucking hands back, you piece of shit. This is your fault.
I'm afraid there's nothing. I have no idea who you are other than a friend to Mr. Gouda's associate here, and we have an understanding, Mr. Gouda and I, do we not? He looks to Jerry.
I nod. Yeah, that's right. Don't mind him. We don't remember him neither. Some magic and shit. Figured we'd give him his chance, but it's fair enough.
Well, I understand. There are a great many people who wish to wish admittance into our prestigious halls, and the inability to grasp that drives them quite mad. Now, we can do this politely, or not, as he looks at York, and Ernest is trying to take the staff and get you guys some money.
We'll do this politely, won't we, York?
You remember my name now, do you, Jerry? When it lined your pockets, it's always that way, wasn't it?
I don't know who the fuck you are, Sam, but Magic Mate over here reckons something went on as well, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Not my fucking fault you don't have your hands, mate. They won't let you in. They urge you out. That's life, innit? Gotta move on. So, Mr. Magic Man, we found another dead rat man. Like to take a look at? I think there's a lot of them.
This was in the sewers yesterday. We found, well, we didn't find anything down there other than some grubby little tracks that didn't lead anywhere, frankly.
Well, we found this one and a bunch more. 5 or 6, I reckon.
Yes.
Yes. This is no nobleman's beast man dressed up for sport and as a lark.
Yeah, he's totally lit the canvas on over the wheelbarrow, and it's just like one hand with a silk handkerchief over his nose and the other looking at it. This is quite disturbing. Did you talk to the perfume merchant?
We thought it best to bring it to you.
Of course. I must reassess the situation, I think. I had gravely mistaken. I thought that there was a fluke or perhaps just a beast, but...
especially since now we have a bit of a collapse. There's goings on down there.
There's
yes.
more of them too. We fought them in the house.
Which house?
Yes, there was a house. The old
That Sigmarite guy.
Sigmarite priest.
It belongs to the head Sigmarite priest, not just any Sigmarite priest.
I nearly set fire to one of them, but they went running away.
Well, and this house, have you been back since?
No, kind of been licking our wounds and taking care of each other. Haven't really had the chance.
Yes. This is grave news indeed. I must inform the High Mage and see what we can do to lend our aid. Ernesta, and he's at this point, you're really seeing Septimus actually sort of flustered and like caught off guard. He thinks for a moment and then says to you, "Yeah, I will be right back. Please wait here. Don't leave. We must." I must get everything that you experienced down. We need to know every detail.
Aye.
All right.
We'll be right back. Yep. And he leaves by one of the doorways out of his sitting room. Ernesta holds her hand out to York. Are you going to cooperate?
Don't you fucking touch me.
She looks to the rest of you.
Perhaps. Hey, let me talk to him. And Van's. This should go well. Van's gonna go over to York. Like, now listen, boy. I don't know what's actually going on here. I do recall you a bit. There's obviously insanity at work. Magic is afoot. It is about. You have that on your back. It's supposedly some magic power conduit. Maybe it has something to do with this. I don't know. I'm just a simple dwarf. But these people could possibly help us. Now maybe when this is all done, I could make you some new hands. Pretty good. What I do, maybe it could help out. I don't know. But we need their help.
It's more than just us, York.
Van, I've seen the way you looked. I know you can remember me. Van, I had everything I ever wanted. One day. What? Everything's gone, Van. What have I done wrong? What the fuck? Like, the temper's getting, like, he begins to pace and get, like, noticeably angry.
Listen, York.
Keep an eye on him.
Listen, York. Most people die in the gutter before they ever even get close to what they want. You had it for a day. I'm not saying you should be content with that. We should at least appreciate it. I got to watch my mother get slaughtered right in front of my eyes when I was just 12 years old. Now, I'm not saying that just to endear you to me or whatever, but I'm just saying, at least you got it for a day. And perhaps, if we get these people to help, maybe they can fix it. If that lump of stone on your back is supposed to be so powerful, maybe they can work some magic to restore you to the world as it was. We won't know that until we actually work together a little bit.
Like, York closes his eyes for a second, and he's, fuck this place. Fuck everyone in it. They can have this fucking thing. Take it, get it off my fucking back. And he'll kind of kneel down.
And Van's going to go forward and just kind of put his hand on York's shoulder and look over at Ernesta and just kind of nod. Because I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch that staff. It's wood. It's gross.
Yeah, she's wearing a dull gray metal gauntlet that she picks up the staff in and carries it off.
Well, the staff is mine. You can have the warp stone. The staff is mine.
All right. She pries it off the rickety attachment that it's on, and as she does, York, you see a figure that you didn't see before, sort of manifest itself near you, and is distinctly watching you, robed, and it looks as though maybe missing an arm or something. But it is watching from the corner of a room as the warp stone is carried away by Ernesta, and then its sort of hooded gaze settles back on York.
Like, can I see anyone else notice him?
No one else seems to notice. It's like right by Jerry.
Like, I'll meet its gaze, and see if it adjusts to like stare right at it.
You can see what you think are maybe 2 pinpricks of light, sort of a pale, not quite white, not quite yellow sort of light that stare out of the hood, but it's difficult to make any features or anything from it. Humanoid, definitely, but not much else right now as you see it.
I won't admit to seeing this, but as soon as this happens, it's going to be noticeable that kind of York's eyes are not fixed on anyone else apart from this corner. Maybe oddly towards, so he's stood next to Jerry, so it maybe looks like York's tried to stare down Jerry a little bit.
Yeah, it's just right now it's just the 5 of you in this sitting room.
Oh, it's just the 5.
Yeah,
and
Ernesta
her,
has left. Ernesta's left, the journeyman mage.
I go over to Jarov some more.
Does anyone see that thing in the corner?
It's okay. It's okay, York. What? See what in the...
Give me a
Van
few
will
more
kinda
drinks, I might see it.
Van looks in the corner as he's trying to console York.
You see a nice wood-paneled wall.
Ugh.
You know. Too much.
As long as no one else is there, I'm okay with kind of. Who the fuck are you? I see you.
It starts to walk around, sort of through your field of vision, like it's coming towards you in a roundabout way. It's very slow and does not respond.
I'll walk towards it a bit closer. Say something.
Starts.
Say something. You come to laugh at me. You remember me, do you?
It's now about 2 feet away from you and staring at you. York's
York
otherwise
will pop
talking
up a
to nothing.
loogie and go to spit in its face.
Okay.
Like, when it's this close, is it obvious that it's not human? Does it look like a person in a robe?
Yeah, it looks like a humanoid figure in a robe, but clearly is missing one of its arms, and something underneath it writhes as if not human.
Okay, maybe I won't spit in his face then.
Maybe a raven on the other shoulder.
Yeah, just sort of a writhingness to it, just an undulation of the robes
Who the fuck
as
are
it
you?
glides towards you. No, don't need any of those things, York. You don't need any of those trinkets of power to claim what you want.
They can't see you. How come I can see you?
We are touched, you and I. You bear marks of my followers that came with me. They didn't make it through. Only I did.
Like, York will realise this is probably not a conversation he wants to be having, being heard out loud by his friends in a mage guild.
Yeah, you can see it starts to like circle around you, and no matter how close you get, you can't really make out any of the features that are in the robe. And you can feel it move back behind you unless you sort of turn.
And like, York just kind of knows something. I'm gonna need your help. And then York will sit himself back down.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It moves behind you. It's sort of standing behind you.
I'm gonna pay particular attention when the wizards come back in, if they look towards it or notice or anything strange around it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be kind of quiet for now.
Okay. How about the rest of you? While York has stood up, had a conversation with something in the middle of this room.
Van's just kind of be looking at his other friends while kind of patting York on the back like you do a crazy person when they start talking to try to keep them calm. He's just kind of like, there, boy. Everything's fine. We'll work it out.
To begin with, Molly is just kind of like feverish and feeling really crappy, so she's kind of like in that self place, but she'll kind of start hearing this weird conversation and she'll look at Van and then glance at Van's gun and then glance at York. And like there's like this tension. She doesn't know who this person is and what's going on, and this doesn't seem good, and lots of bad stuff has been happening with magic, so she's getting uncomfortable.
Yeah, and Van sees her looking at the gun and he's like, not yet.
And I think, like, just quietly under his breath, York's gonna be like, this place was never your home anyway. You can do better. What the fuck kind of dream is this anyway? Dream bigger, York. We can get further.
York, are you
Yes,
alright?
York.
Do you have a
Dream
favor
bigger.
too?
I'm okay. I think I'm gonna be okay. I think my hands hurt, or where my hands used to be. It's kind of like they're there again, but they're not. I think I'm hallucinating a little bit.
Aye. If you need something, let me know, lad. Alright? I'll, see what I can do for you when we get back. Me and Van. Alright?
I'm sorry if I've been rude. Like, before we were friends, I was a nice guy. It's just been a hard week.
Aye, lad. It's been a very, very hard week.
And
It's
like,
been rough.
York will put his arm around Van. We've always been friends anyway.
Oh, yes. I mean, why would I help you get into college otherwise?
And like,
All right.
just an odd smile appears on York's face. Just a really odd smile. Yeah.
How about Molly and Jerry? While all this is going on, what are they up to? And then we'll see something.
I think he's not really paying too much attention to York, and he's been talking to Ernesta. So he's probably like off
She's
in the
been
corner
like trying
rooms.
to get away to go get the gold, and
Yeah. Oh, he'll come with her. He'll go with her in that case. Like, go and get the gold.
Okay.
I'll come with you, though. Don't worry.
oh, sure, yes. And she leads
I'm
you through the
definitely
halls
just
and goes
casing the joint. I'm just casing, like. So I came for your stuff.
Jerry make me an intelligence test to see how much of it he can remember as he walks through.
Okay. He remembers next to nothing.
Yeah. It's
like a
deliberately. But she takes you through, and there's like a small room that you see her unlock with this big key that she produces from her robes, and enters in, and it's shelves lined with stacks of neat gold coins in what looks to be 100 gold piece stacks. And there's a shelf of those. There's some of the silver denomination, and then of brass as well. And she begins to take a box and start to take some from it and put it in, and then put that against the warpstone and stuff. As Jerry just chats with her.
Yeah. How long you worked there then?
I've been a treasurer now for 11 years.
Wow. That's a long time. Long time indeed. You always worked under this chap here? What's his name again?
Oh, not always. Septimus only arrived some time ago, but after Gino was promoted from deputy to high wizard, Septimus was I forget where he's from. Some time ago, 6 years maybe. And it's like clean. She's filling up the box.
Remind me how old Ernesta is.
Ernesta's in like her early 40s. as
Okay.
as a
So she did like grow up then.
yeah, yes, she started growing hair and like
She definitely have a minivan and
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, what are you up to tonight then?
tonight. There's a curfew. I was.
I know what the
planning
wolf said.
well, the streets between the wolves said have a curfew.
I give her what Jerry thinks to be a roguish smile. But it's probably more of a creepy leer in actuality. Well, we have to get through the curfew to get here, don't we?
Well, I'm not much. I'm going out in the evenings. I haven't even been to
Or
carnival
stay
yet.
in kind of go.
Usually, yes. There's a lot of work to do.
Well, what do you go to in your free time then? What are you usually doing on an evening like this?
She gives you like a confused free time. I study magical experimentation, lectures. There's a great deal that must be done. Sometimes the year I travel as well. She, thinking you're genuinely interested, she goes into great depth about these villages between here and there, that need their weights and
Jerry's
measures
eyes glaze over.
calibrated and all manner
He
of
starts thinking
workshops.
about drugs.
She stopped putting She stopped putting coins in the chest. Is like he seems genuinely interested. Is talking to you about what it's like to be a journeyman metal wizard.
Wow, that is fascinating. Well, you know what? If you ever get an evening free, then feel free to come down to the Wolf Said. There's actually quite a bit of scholarly talk going on there. A big surprise. A lot of academic types come down there for a chit chat, who's who of who's what, and all that. And there's a little book club section that I'm running at the moment. And what it is we just get little books together and we sort of read them, and just stuff what people do in book clubs. I guess maybe you'd be interested in joining.
It's been a while since I've joined a book club. I didn't know that the Wolves had started one. I want to encourage.
I'm a pioneer.
Yes, perhaps I will attend. As she starts to go back to putting money in the car. It looks like it looks like it's going to be quite a bit that you're going to be paid for this like chunk of warpstone.
Yeah. Jerry keeps chatting her up in order to hopefully get her into a book club and coerce her into giving him a shit ton of money from the treasury.
She takes and spends a great deal of time with it. She's got the book out and writing in it and each measurement. So it takes a while. Jerry's gone for a bit as the rest of you are back in that sitting room. Now, Molly, what was Molly up to as all of this was going?
After finding the stranger known as York to be questionable, but Van reassuring her that we're not going to start anything right now. She'll go and probably sit next to Mel. I imagine Mel's in one of the armchairs trying to just what is my life with her hip flask, and Molly will perch on the arm. So, I think I need some more of that, Mel.
Hey.
York hears a voice from behind him. He comes. Be careful. What does York do? You guys can all hear the door that Septimus left opening.
York will stand up.
Okay. Septimus enters in, and with him file in 8 hunched, hooded figures with lashing tails sticking out from underneath their robes. I did not, I wouldn't wish it to be like this, but you've proven quite persistent in your investigations. So I think that it's time that you met someone. And he sort of looks at the robed figures who are with him, one of whom steps forward and pulls back. It's got stark, almost white fur, but not quite. It's flecked with bits of gray and sort of black at the muzzle. But this Skaven pulls its hood back. You can see all sorts of talismans around its neck, and it's got these green rings that you can see have warpstone gemstones embedded in them, and it's sort of.
You've been quite annoying with your diggings. One chance you have. Put away those weapons.
Gesturing to Van's
Molly's
pistol.
hand is reaching for the giant knife that she'd given Mel, and her hand slowly retracts back away from that.
York will rock his head back and laugh as loud as anyone has ever fucking laughed.
All right.
Mel's just gonna keep getting drunk because she doesn't know what to do with anything anymore.
And then Molly and Mel at Van. Bourgeoisie conspiracy.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Yes, Molly, you were right.
Does Jerry hear any of this, or is he coming back around this sort of time? No, he's well out of it.
You're there, and it's taking a while, right? And she's like counting out a stack of 5, and you see her like writing down like some numbers that are on them in a book, and it's just like it's taken a while to count out however much the gold that they're going to give you for this warpstone.
Okay. Well,
it's about 3
you know what,
quarters of the way.
if you got most of this handle down here, well, I'll meet you at the book club.
You should stay. This is very heavy. I'm going to need some help to carry it back. Please, Jerry. I can't. My own.
Yeah, you're right. I'll go. Yeah, I once got hit by 3 bricks.
Right?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? Yeah, that was alright. I mean,
Silly question.
yeah, a whole building fell on me once.
A whole building?
Yeah, my own house. Fun fact about me, I don't even know how to lay bricks. And yet, I've got a long history of them.
Oh, well, that's quite fascinating, and yeah, I didn't realize that you'd had so many terrible things happen to you. And Jerry can make me a perception.
That's
test.
just a start, love. That is a failure by 2 degrees.
Okay. You feel a hand placed on your shoulder, and it's not a human hand that you feel. You can feel claws, and it's furry.
I look at the hand for a second. I slip a hand down into my pocket where I hold the brick.
Okay.
And I swing round and smack whoever has a glory fucking face with my brick. And I just before I do that, I'm like, yeah, bricks. And I just look at her.
All right.
I need it. I need it in my life.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna start carrying a fucking brick.
Yeah.
What am I telling you? I told you guys the whole time.
All right, just the 2 of us. Let's roll the opposed initiative to see who goes first. All right, you guys might be able to hear some of this. Who knows? All right. You've got what's your initiative roll there for Jerry?
Is that D10 plus agility?
Yeah.
I rolled a 12. Fuck yeah.
So this one, for yourself, it's gonna be. All right, Jerry gets the drop on him.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I smack him in the face with a brick.
Okay.
And I roll my attack roll.
All right.
Yes, that's a hit with 1 degree of success.
Very No, 1 degree. For me, it is in its attempts to dodge out of the way. It does not, and that 1 degree of success becomes 2 degrees of success as it dodges into the brick. All right, plus base damage.
Okay, so that was 1 degree plus brick was 3, I think, so 4 plus my strength, which is now 4. So math, that is 8.
8, yep, 8.
Or 9? Yeah, no, 8.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but 9 with his degree of failure.
Oh, yeah, degree of failure. I forgot those count. Yeah, so 9.
All right, we're learning. Maths are a thing. Sorry, 9 damage as you take the brick and slam it into his face, and it sort of like reels backwards. Do you actually like turn and see what's going on now? Is that what Jerry does?
Yeah, I'm going to turn and see. So how many rats are in this treasury room with?
4 of them.
Okay. I in one of Jerry's perhaps bravest moments that he'll ever have. Oh man, he's the most budget Shav Aragon on Weathertop right now. I brick this one cunt. I draw out a dagger. I got a brick and a dagger in one hand. I say, "Get behind me! Protect the gold, love."
Yeah, let's be clear what Jerry's protecting here.
Right.
Come on, you cunt! Come get some!
So they are going to. I'll have them go, and then we'll switch back to see quick how everybody else reacts, and then finish out the fight. And the one in front of you that you pricked in the face kind of reels backwards for a second as the second one lunges forward, and it even though it's got a dagger out, seems to be more like trying to capture you than engage in a true knife fight. So roll opposed here. Oof, this is not good. I failed by 3 degrees success, or 3 negative degrees.
Okay. Chat, if you have any nat 20s out there, now is the time. I succeed with 4 degrees of success. No, 3 degrees of success.
All right, so you managed to dodge out of the way as it tries to like grab you. The other two, the room is not quite big enough for the other two to get a grasp on you. So the fight's broken out in the treasury. Everyone else, you are in a room with 8 of these Skaven figures, only one of which has drawn back its hood to reveal itself, and they're demanding that you surrender.
What chance you offering us then? What deal?
The the unhooded gray-furred Skaven sort of looks around.
Some of you have talents that we need to require. Others, opportunity if you value your lives.
You better be a bit specific. I got a headache today.
You are sick, yes. Medicines we have, and science so advanced you, well, better than even the dwarves.
You got booze?
Yes.
Listen,
Fuck it, I'm in.
I'm not good at hands. I'm not good to anyone here. Can I just go?
Looks at York curiously. Like you've seen this look several times today of someone who like, who the hell are you?
Who the fuck is this guy again?
Where is the door, the exit that the door we came in relation to us and these 8 Skaven?
It's right behind you. There's like 3 ways into this. One of them is the one that Jerry left through the treasury. One of them's the one you came through, and then the other is the one that Septimus has come in and out of several times.
Okay, and this is his workroom, right? So
meeting room. It's like it's where he has visits.
There's nothing. Shit.
There's no arcane. There's no like laboratory or anything like that in here. This is like a parlor room of some kind.
I've read the book. Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna take over the sea?
What we intend to do is of no concern of yours. One thing, it is, how you say, none of your business.
I only ask because I want to know where I'm going to be paying my taxes to, because I'm an upright citizen like that, and I pay my taxes.
You will pay them to your lord and master, Heinrich, the new Graf.
There's a decided sound of bricks coming from the corridor.
I only have one question, which I believe is my business. Which one of you smelly, furry little rat fuck cunts tortured my father?
Ooh.
You're content to clap and stuff together?
Thing and
You're the
Ferrison, as in
Otto.
the son of Ferris.
all right, let's go. So Van is what is Van about to do?
He's waiting for them to answer.
No, he did. He said he sniffed at you, and he said,
You are kin of the one that got away.
Yes. So which one of you did that to him?
he looks at you and
It is no consequence. Your father is almost ready.
let's get back to Jerry and the four ratmen in the
Fling
treasury.
a brick at the next guy.
Oh no.
So
All
I
right.
bricked one guy, but he got back up again. Is he still like on the floor right now?
He kind of like recoiled for a second and has drawn. Is attempting to like support. There's just two of them who can get at you at a time.
With my one advantage, that is a success.
Yeah, and I've got that's 3 negative for me. So you got 4 success levels.
Okay, so 3 plus 4 is 7, plus another 4 is 11 damage to this Skaven.
To the same one, or the one that came up and attacked you last round?
The one that came out to attack me next round. I just want to bruise them all.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it takes the hit and sort of recoils for a moment and crouches low, getting ready to pounce. So here we go. Need to look at one thing real quick, and then they are about to attack. Let's see. So the two Skaven that are on you begin to like try to feint and confuse you. They're working in tandem to get at you. And here we go. I need 2 opposed rolls. Weapon skill from Jerry.
Do I still have my advantages with this?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
You
so I
have
have
them
2
at
advantages.
Yeah.
That is yes. And second one, so dead on the first one, and 2 degrees of success on the second one.
Okay, so you sort of like dodge between the two of them as they have
I
their
put
knife.
brick up. A brick defense. That's not playing fucking Tetris over it.
And then you hear casting coming from behind you. And how much metal is Jerry wearing?
That sounds like a loaded question.
Like you're not wearing any metal armor.
I don't wear metal armor. I have a metal, maybe like studded with bits of metal. He wears a belt. His boots are probably steel tipped.
What about his brass balls?
That's true. So minimal, but certainly some armor on him.
You can see that Ernesta is moved away. She's got the counting table between you and her, and she's just cast a spell at you. She looks panicked. But she is definitely looking at you, and the parts on you that are metal, 2 knives, belt buckles, clasps, things like that, start to significantly weigh heavy on you, and gets as let's see here, right, and so you count as encumbered right now. We'll get that.
Okay.
Get the benefits or the penalties for that in just a second. That is what's happened. That was the second round. Everyone back in the other room. Van, you are confronting this thing who's about 3 feet from you, and the others have now sort of spaced. They're moving along the edge of the wall, and Septimus is just watching this whole exchange with keen interest. Molly. Everybody, but it's everybody else other than Van doing, because Van has gotten pretty confrontational.
I want to check, like, if my consume alcohol is working or if I'm, like, wasted before I decide what I'm doing.
It does make a difference.
I'm still pretty well together. I'm gonna put my hand on the knife Molly gave me. I'm not too drunk. I am successfully buzzed. All right, I'm gonna put because she would back Van.
Mel has put her hand on her knife and is backing up Van. You said, sort of like in support of Van. All right.
Yeah.
I think Molly is gonna slide off the arm of the chair, so she's kind of stood holding herself up, and I suggest you talk pretty quick if you want to tell us what you think we're useful for, because you're gonna think we're very not useful in a minute. And she's gonna try and buy us like one more round to find out an answer before it kicks off, because she knows it's gonna kick off.
And if she Van kind of looks around at his compatriots as he's kind of looking at these rat men that are trying to, flank him, and he's just going to flick his eyes at the door behind them. He'll just kind of look at Molly and then look at the door behind them.
Molly. Can Molly be charming in that she's vulnerable and helpless and just needs an answer? Because I have that skill.
How are you appealing to a rat man's sense of charm?
I think she is. She's just playing the damsel in distress.
She really does.
She's playing the damsel in distress card. She's trying to she's obviously she knows. He knows they're gonna cook off. She knows, and she's trying to make it so that everyone here can get what they want, or you can kill them. But it would be nicer for him not to go to that effort.
He sniffs at you, and you can see him sort of
hold against you that I got stabbed yesterday. Things happen.
Yes, we require the doctor and the engineer. They have an opportunity to assist us and profit greatly from it.
He sort of clasps his hands.
You,
gesturing to Molly and Van.
if you prove yourselves useful, you will be well rewarded.
Molly will take a step forward and put her hand on his little ratty grasped hands and say, well, you gotta give us a shot, and she slowly wants to try and use her body to move around him because she wants to try and get near that door, because she is gonna die if she gets hit in this room.
Okay,
Yeah.
Make me a
I thought
charm.
the door was behind us.
The door's kind of behind you.
Behind us.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. The door that we
I
need
thought
to
they
get out
were
of
on the way.
is behind us, and they're in
Right, it's
front of
fine
us.
us, not them. Alright, at which point she won't do that. She'll just kind
That's
of
what I was like-
take a... she'll kind of half bow and take a step,
And Mel might even
frailty.
put herself a little bit in front of Molly because she realizes the same thing Molly's putting together right now.
Septimus.
Yeah.
You see a grain of truth in what I said. You know that I used to work for you before this. And you know that you probably would have put me to work getting information for you. What happened if I got that information and had some things for you? What about if I found a bigger stash of warpstone and I only brought you a little piece? Knowing, like, I brought him a huge fucking piece anyway.
Septimus looks at York. This one claims to be a spellcaster. Could be of use as well. I think he's woven some sort of magic to make us forget who he is. Could be dangerous. And the unhooded Skaven just makes note of York.
I don't think you can murder us here, can you? Does everyone here know? Because we wouldn't go down quietly.
We do not wish to murder you. We wish to offer you something. You will see. You will see.
I think here, at this moment of whether or not Van and everyone else is going to make a run for it, what York is up to, and whether or not Jerry is going to get out of that treachery.
I am one hit out.
Have to see next week. Yeah, come to the end here.
Oh boy. Oh boy,
Shit.
oh boy. Well. That was a fun little twist there with Skaven coming to get us. Oh man. Jerry is like 4 HP, so one hit and he goes down, but so far he's bricked everyone. So I'm praying for the bricks that don't do me dirty yet.
Become one with the brick, indeed.
Yeah, you just got a path of the brick warrior, yeah. Holy moly. Well, my friends, that's all we got time for today with Warhammer, but we're continuing onwards with Star Trek Deep Space 5 here in a few minutes' time, so stick around for that. It's going to be a good time. Also, we're giving away a set of tabletop loot dice in a few minutes' time here as well, so stick with us for that. But holy moly, what an episode. Jim fucking Davison, fantastic work. How was that tonight?
After last week, it was like everyone forgetting about York, and then there's a royal scandal. Someone inherited some money. We'll get to those. It was like putting together your Lego castle after falling on the floor. Now it is stronger. It is better, and we are going to have this situation we all got yourselves into. I'm great. I'm doing. I love the twists and turns that we can. You can find us over at.
Break it up a little bit again, Jim.
Oh no! I'll give it just a second.
Hey, you're back. I think it's a volume thing. It's
Who
like
knows? I've turned my gain down to see if it was maybe that. I'm pretty. Right? Who knows what's going on? Yes, loving the game, loving the twists and turns. I am one half of WebDM. You can find us over on YouTube on Mondays and Wednesdays, where we have D&D advice videos, RPG advice videos, and some highlights from our trip to Gamehole Con coming out over the next couple of weeks. So check that out, and check us out over on Twitch and all these other places that we're at. We'd love to hang out and chat with you. There we go.
And that sounds like stuff. And Charlie, how was that tonight for Molly? A lot of drugs.
Wow. I mean, I said to Jen before we went on, because we'd been discussing the whole infection thing, I said, just do it and we'll see what happens, because so many aspects of Warhammer 4E are kind of brutal and they have really cool and interesting effects. And if we don't try them out, we don't know what happens. So Molly's infected, and then she tried some warpstone, and that was tasty. And now we see the bourgeoisie conspiracy right in front of us. No, that was a lot of fun. Thanks to Jim. Thanks to everyone. That was hilarious and brutal. I feel so bad for York. I was in that position with Yidris, the object permanency thing, in that, you know, wild magic surge can really turn your life around and have a huge effect. Just be glad, York, you're not going through an exorcism with your friends, okay? Because that was not the best experience either.
That was fun.
Although, actually, it was one of my favorite episodes, so... But yeah, thank you. That was great. I'm here again on on Fridays, I don't think this week, but next week we will be back. We have Dan Dillon joining us to discuss Midgard, and we will be rolling up some new characters for that, and I'm very excited. Otherwise, find me at Frost from Fire on Twitter. I have a pinned tweet which contains my full schedule. I'm everywhere doing all the things and having a great time.
Absolutely. Great stuff. And Pruitt, how was that tonight, my friend?
Oh my god, I absolutely love this game. I was sad to miss last week, and it's good to be back. I can't wait to see where this goes. I think Jim knows me a little too well, and he knows where this is going to go. So, just saying, that rat guy, he better watch his hands, because I'm about to shoot one of his Warpstone rings. Just to see what happens. I don't know.
Molly's going to sniff it up. It'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be great. Anyway, I'm Pruitt. I'm the other half of WebDM. We got our YouTube shows. We also have some shows here on Twitch, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 to 9 Central. And this weekend, RPGN will be making its triumphant return. So get those clips in. We're posting all over Twitter. I can't wait to get back with that and watch some D&D clips and make dick jokes.
Oh yeah, all good things. Great stuff. And Cherry, how was that tonight?
I'm glad to finally be the drunk aunt of the group that I've always wanted to be.
Gold.
And apparently scandalous. Having a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff going on video game wise this week. We got Fallout Arc with all new stuff, so I'll be hitting up some of those things and playing a game with one of the other cast members on here, Myth, on the weekend. So looking forward to that.
Great stuff. Well, last and most least, Gareth.
I'll be quick because I know we're desperate to get Star Trek on. Like anyone that ever questions, like, if you watch Jim's videos, like, he talks about DMing a lot, and this is fucking why. Look how fucking good he is. He's taken this really weird mix of macaroni and PVA glue, and he's turned it into the finest Father's Day card you'll ever fucking see. It's just fucking amazing. As soon as he said these people walked in with tails, I was fucking hooked. Everything is fucking amazing. Like, today's been a really fucking cool episode, playing around with the York forgetting thing. But I think I've got a completely new way to focus York, and it's going to get really fucking messy for everyone, I think. But it's just fucking stupendous. So, yeah, thank you for joining us, guys. Fucking awesome as always.
Great stuff. Awesome. Well, for my own part, we'll be back here, of course, with Warhammer next week every 4 p.m. Eastern on a Wednesday. So join us for that if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, wherever it is you're finding us. We're heading into our next game of Star Trek Deep Space Fine. So I'll see you guys over there in a few minutes' time. We're going to do a giveaway here in a few seconds as well for some more dice. But until next time, my friends, try not to roll too many now ones, because we want to be laughing when you do. Good night, everybody. Bye. Good drugs.